First topic of discussion.
I just want to talk about how WWE, the Authority, their promos suck. If they want to wrestle, just wrestle. But every time they're on camera behind the scenes, it's kind of like, I don't care.
I'm just gonna put this out there right now. You got two 7-foot dudes, man. One's supposed to be a monster. One's supposed to just, knock everybody out every time he gets in the ring 2 seconds flat. And they're both acting like a couple of bitches.
That's right.
I mean,
yeah.
Storyline's a storyline. I get it.
Apologizing for pissing off Randy Orton and all that.
But let's not forget these dudes, once again, 7-foot motherfuckers, man. You know what I mean? And cowering and being pussies to Triple H, Stephanie McMahon. I myself getting tired of the Big Show being a bitch.
Yeah.
This guy, he's supposed to still have the championship. You know what I'm saying? From a decade ago. Who's going? I'm just saying. I mean, reality here. You know what I mean?
I still feel like the WWE doesn't know what to do with these two big dudes. They should just make them be rivals. I feel like they would have an epic match if you got two big dudes, give them a no disqualification match, and let them beat the fuck out of each other. It would have been an incredible match.
They're gonna have to take it back to when they were vicious. You know what I'm saying? Kane, we already know this whole corporate, no mask. It's just nothing there. It's just no. You don't do that to somebody like that. Now, what if you did the Undertaker like that? You understand what I'm saying? If Kane's supposed to be this demon and his brother of destruction and all that shit, what is this crap?
And if Kane is gonna be the corporate dude, at least when he does have a match, let the dude take the slacks off. You act like these wrestlers don't have trunks in the background. Like somewhere back there, he's gotta have his suit somewhere. His wrestling.
I just don't like how it just taking his character of Kane. He's supposed to be
the demon
from start to the day he retires. You understand what I'm saying? And it's kind of like the whole switch of the Undertaker with the whole American Badass shit. And I was not feeling that at all. A lot of people liked it, but what is he now? He's back to, you know what I'm saying? He's back to. I didn't understand that move. But this whole Kane shit is just real pathetic. Sorry. It is what it is.
Tacos! Last week we talked a little bit about the Philadelphia Ducks and how Chip Kelly's bringing in a lot of Duck players. I call them the Philadelphia Ducks now. One thing I wanted to bring up is there was this whole storyline about them trying to get DeMarco Murray. I think they signed him now. I think they did. So part of what them trying to get DeMarco Murray was they wanted to bring in Sam Bradford. You know, they're friends from their college days. Bring in Sam Bradford. Maybe DeMarco Murray will want to play with his old friend. Okay, so now DeMarco Murray comes in, and now they're trying to get Tim Tebow. And the question is, okay, do they want Tebow to be like a starting quarterback? Do they want him to be a backup? Do they want him to play other positions? Or are they just bringing him in because Riley Cooper knows him? Which is probably, to me, because it seems like Chip Kelly is trying to bring in players that are familiar with each other. Like he brought in Sam Bradford so he could get DeMarco Murray. He's already got Riley Cooper on the team. Maybe Riley Cooper would be more comfortable or be able to produce more if Tim Tebow was there to root him on. I don't know. But I just wanted to bring that up and see what your thoughts on that was.
Riley Cooper, you already know how I feel about that motherfucker. So.
Yeah, he will be in the bitch ass of the month. Not the very first one, but we will have a special time for him.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So to me, when you're a professional athlete and you're, especially in a sport like football, where you have 21 other teammates that you depend on, you just can't be racist at all. Either way. And so for me, I specifically don't like Riley Cooper. He was one of the inspirations to even have a bitch ass of the month. I pulled out a bunch of football cards one day and said, bitch ass, bitch ass, bitch ass. I can make a hall of bitch asses just from these football cards. Riley Cooper was one of them, and I thought that would be a cool thing to add to this show that we're starting. So that's, he was one of the inspirations towards it. He's not going to be the first one. We got somebody else that we're thinking about. But yeah, neither one of us, we don't like Riley Cooper.
Nope.
Even if Mike Vick forgave him. And
fuck that shit. That was all TV,
so, Yeah.
As soon as the cameras went off, he was like...
I'm sure he was. With all the moves going on with free agency, who do you think is like the most improved NFL team? Just based on the free agency.
Just based on all these signings and stuff. I'm very impressed with the Buffalo Bills, man.
I was going to say the same thing.
I'm very impressed with McCoy for one. Percy Harvin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about him. Brought in Matt Castle. Not an incredible quarterback, but
good quarterback,
to me, he was in the same line as Kyle Orton was. When I thought of Kyle Orton and Matt Castle, and maybe like somebody like Kyle, or am I saying that right? Kyle Cobb? Kevin Cobb?
Kevin Cobb.
I think about those three guys as, those quality backup veterans that, could maybe step into the right system and produce. And
I think Matt Castle could do some things, man.
Kyle Orton last year, towards the end of the year, didn't have such a great year, but for the first 6 or 8 games, he was balling.
Yeah.
So,
that's just the main thing Buffalo Bills need is that one quarterback. They're just a quarterback away, man, from being a super threat. And with all these people they're getting now,
a lot of people are saying that just they still don't stack up to New England and Tom Brady. But it's like, who else does New England got now? Because they don't got a whole bunch besides Tom Brady.
Right.
They're trying to bring in a running back. I forgot who that was. Frank Gore, I think it was.
I think so.
I think they were trying to bring in Frank Gore, and if they get a great running back, that'll definitely help them out. But I still don't think that Tom Brady. Sooner or later, Tom Brady is not going to be enough. The team has been holding on to Tom Brady for so long, thinking that they don't have to pay anybody else. As long as they've got Tom Brady, they can bring in the water boy and he could play. But he isn't Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning makes shitty wide receivers look great. Tom Brady doesn't necessarily do that. And for a decade, the Patriots didn't do shit. They went to 2 Super Bowls and they lost.
Should have lost this one.
Just with
that. That's
Tom
another
Brady.
show.
That's
That's gonna be a whole show.
They should have lost the last one.
I don't know what y'all think about it. We'll get into it. I get to talking about it. It's like an hour and some change, man.
But you can't just lean on. I get it. The quarterback is the most important position in football, and if you got a great quarterback, it helps when you got Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or guys like Drew Brees or even like Ben Roethlisberger. But you got to build a team around him, and the Patriots lost some good players this year. They're losing a lot of guys on defense. So even if the offense is stacked up, it's not going to help if the defense can't stop anybody.
Right.
And now the Bills, they're building an offense. You got a defensive coach in Rex Ryan. You know that defense, best defense in the NFL last year
was crazy.
Traded Kiko Alonso, but who really cares? You got the best, defensive coach probably in the league.
And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't feeling that trade at first, but now I look at the bigger picture. Now you bringing,
they're building up that offense,
and you don't really
building
need
up that offense.
The injury factor anyway, so it didn't really matter. So he's gone, and hey, man, like I said, Buffalo's gonna be a huge threat. I'm excited about it. I'm a Steelers fan, of course, but. Being in Jamestown, Buffalo's an hour away from here, or some change.
Yeah, Buffalo is definitely.
Hey, man, you gotta look out,
the local team.
Because I want to beat them boys in the playoffs and beat that ass.
It would be cool to see them in the playoffs. Shoot,
it really would.
We might have to make a trip.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe. Maybe.
Hey,
it's a possibility.
Could be another episode.
Could be.
Tacos. Kendrick Lamar. I'm hearing good things about this album. I heard the Blacker the Berry. I love that track. This is hard, man, for real. And what he's spitting, it's like the old kind of Public Enemy type, Black Fist Up, I read this morning on one of the hip hop sites, all the other artists were saying about the album, Snoop and Killer Mike and a host of others. They were like, this album is phenomenal, and I tried to get on it and see what I could hear of it, but I couldn't pull nothing up. I was half asleep any damn way, so I'm gonna try to get on it tonight. I'm pretty sure I can get somebody to get me a copy. You know how I do, quick, fast, in a hurry. But yeah, I'm hoping for the best, man, because I like Kendrick. Real lyricist, and yeah, they say this album is a threat, man. So I hope it's what everybody's saying it is. Put it in the whip.
I haven't heard too much from it or about it, except for
King Kunta too. I heard that too.
Yeah,
I know.
Look it up on YouTube. I know you're on YouTube because you're watching us.
Yeah,
go look it up.
Yeah,
it's a great beat, great song.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't really listen to a lot of Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
But I can get into it. Right. Going back to WWE, I wanted to talk about the Intercontinental title match that's coming up for WrestleMania. They got 7 competitors, all fighting in the exact stipulations. I'm not exactly sure what kind of match it's supposed to be.
It's a ladder match.
Is it a ladder match? Yeah, I didn't even know that. I wasn't paying that much attention. Yeah. But I do know there's 7 people that are in the match, and I kind of wanted to do like a little ranking and talk about who we think's gonna win the match, and then maybe who we think should win the match. So I just wanted to, I wrote my rankings down. So I figured, number 1 has to be Daniel Bryan. The year he had last year, I think he's probably got the best chances of winning. I don't think he's gonna win it though, because I think that in the future, especially with Roman Reigns, beating Brock Lesnar, if that actually happens at WrestleMania, I think that Daniel Bryan will be one of the guys that's looking at that title. Yeah. But I think that in terms of star power, Daniel Bryan is the biggest one in this group. My second one is Wade Barrett, just because he is the champion.
I think Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler might have some kind of feud after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because I was hearing on the internet that they wanted that match to happen at WrestleMania. And if you look, they're always face to face.
Yeah.
You called him a turd last week. This week they're tugging on the title.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that'd be awesome though. A feud
that
like
would be
that.
a good feud.
Because you got all these Ziggler heads, you got all the Yes movement. That'll be a good feud. I think that'll be awesome for the business.
If neither one of them are looking for a championship, or if one of them happened to win the Intercontinental Championship, that would be a really good feud.
Right.
So, but back to my list. So I got Wade Barrett. He's the one that I think has the second most chances of winning, just because he already is a champion, and I always give the champion the benefit of the doubt when I'm trying to figure out who might win,
and especially him getting his ass kicked every week, getting pinned every week.
I put Stardust on the list for number 3 because he just recently had a tag team championship, so we know the dude is good enough to hold the belt. And
he's had it.
When he started having his feud with his brother, Goldust, I figured it would lead to them trying to really push Stardust. So, and this to me is that push. You got to really go for the Intercontinental title before he can prove that he should go for the big boy.
Right. He did have that title.
So yeah,
and he's the one that changed it from the old school oval ugliness for years. I call it like the Edge Christian era title. Back to the old school, the white background and everything. Yeah. I like him better as Cody. Sorry, this whole.
I like him better as Stardust.
Really?
I do.
Really?
Wow. I always thought Cody was corny when he was dashing Cody Rhodes. He was
dashing corny.
He was super corny. We had
Legacy
little
Cody,
porno stash.
Legacy Cody.
We had the porno stash.
Oh, that was just dumb. And then when his whole dashing when his fist got smashed and he wore the mask. That was corny.
Yeah.
Seriously, the Legacy and Ted DiBiase. Put him with. Hello. I mean, he's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
He needs a manager though. A lot of these guys need managers because of mic skills.
Yeah, I actually do like the Stardust gimmick. I don't like the changing of the colors every week or whatever.
Yeah.
But I do kind of like the gimmick of if Goldust retired and quit wrestling, you would still have that guy there that kind of, you know, people could still see him and, you know, have some kind of like a remembering of like the Attitude Era and stuff like that.
True, but
and to me, Stardust, I like the character. I like the, you know, the other crazy guy. You know, they had Dean Ambrose and Stardust in the ring together. They said the two lunatics, and it just cracked me up a little bit. So I do kind of like that, and I just thought the whole Cody Rhodes thing. I mean, yeah, during his Legacy days, I did like him. That was good. That was perfect right there. Legacy was one of my favorite stables, and I did like, you know, Cody Rhodes being part of that stable. But after that, he had several different character changes, and I just didn't.
That's what I hate about some of these wrestlers with all these character changes. Yeah, they lose themselves, man.
And now, I mean, like he said, Cody Rhodes is dead. Yeah. This is me now. So to me, it's like
I think they're gonna roll with it for a while too.
So yeah,
we'll see. Unless they have this huge storyline where he goes off the edge, and so you know, I see that storyline coming.
So the next one I got after him, I got Dean Ambrose. He held the U.S. title last year, back when he was still with the Shield. Might have actually been like a year and a half ago, but he did hold the U.S. title. So, being that he has developed this star quality since the Shield imploded, I feel like they're gonna try to help him. You know, they want him to hold the title, but they can't. You know, only one person can hold the WWE heavyweight title. Right. I still think that they should split them in half again and have two different titles, because that means you have two different champions. And then there, you know, would be, you know, when you got two great guys like Daniel Bryan could hold one, Roman Reigns could hold the other, and it would be great. But, you know, right now, Dean Ambrose, obviously, he can't go for it because of all the people that are. So I think that he would make a really good Intercontinental Champion. And he's been really pulling for it like the last 2 months. There's been this thing where he's been talking about how he wants this title. So I really think that he might even be the favorite overall to get it, just because of that. After him, I got Dolph Ziggler. You know, Dolph Ziggler's held all sorts of titles. Dolph Ziggler's the guy, I don't think he's gonna win it. But, and you know, so out of the 7, he's number 5. So now I'm getting to guys who I don't think are gonna win it, but they're still in the match, so I guess they could. I don't think he's gonna get it. Maybe, like you said, if Daniel Bryan does get the Intercontinental title, maybe Dolph Ziggler will have a feud with him, and maybe in the future he'll get it. But I don't think out of these guys he will, unless they're really trying to. I've been saying that ever since it's been publicized that, you know, CM Punk got fired and all that shit. Right. That they kind of try to morph Dolph Ziggler into the new CM Punk. He's got the hoodies, he's got hand tape and all that shit. And so, you know, he obviously doesn't do any of the moves that CM Punk did, but he's got that, you know, the style that CM Punk had. Because, you know, I walk around with a black hoodie with a white zipper on it, and when I seen CM Punk doing it, I'm like, oh, you know, that's great. You know, our hoodies look exactly the same. So for me, when I seen Dolph Ziggler coming out with the black hoodie and the white zipper, I'm like, okay, you know, maybe they're trying to make him out to be like the new CM Punk. So, you know, if they're trying to push that, you know, they just, during Survivor Series, they pushed this whole new thing for him where he can take a lot of pain now. And that's been kind of his new thing, is he can take a beat down and keep getting up. So maybe if they really want to push that and then add a little extreme to it, maybe he might win the ladder match. I got Luke Harper, number 6. I just don't think Luke Harper's ready to hold a title yet. I know he held... It was the Intercontinental title. He held for a little bit, you know, and I kind of felt like they just wasn't feeling him, because as soon as Wade Barrett came back, he got his title. As soon as he came back from his injury, he got his championship back. And then the last one I got is R-Truth, who I don't even think he should be in the match. I don't know why he's in the match. To me, he's the least relevant of all of them. I feel like the only way they could justify him being in the match is him winning it, to be honest. And I kind of would like to see him win the match. Just because what has R-Truth done lately. And he really hasn't done anything. I feel like, give R-Truth push, he's the one that I want to win the match.
He's very, very entertaining. I mean, that's why they have him every week come down for commentary. You know, my pick is either Wade Barrett retains, possibly R-Truth. I mean, that WrestleMania moment.
Yeah. And like I said, R-Truth is my true pick because I kind of want him to win it. Because then it would legitimize him being in it. You know, it's kind of like, there was a match, I don't remember what pay-per-view it was. It was like a 6-man elimination match. Oh no, it was Money in the Bank. The Money in the Bank match of last year. Mm-hmm. Kane was in the Money in the Bank match, and everyone was kind of like, we know for a fact Kane ain't gonna win.
Right.
You know for a fact that. I mean, Kane, at that point in time, didn't win a match all year, and you're gonna give him a title shot. That's not gonna happen. Obviously, Kane ain't gonna win, and he didn't.
Oh, he was there to push
and
Seth Rollins up the ladder.
Yeah.
Make sure he didn't.
But I feel like you kind of get that same feeling with R-Truth. Like, people are looking at it and going, any of those other 6 guys could win it. R-Truth probably isn't. And that's kind of why I want him to win it, because it would be unexpected. Like, wait, what?
That WrestleMania moment.
R-Truth won it? What? And it would give, all these guys are all getting pushes except for R-Truth. R-Truth is the only one that's really not getting a big push. So, there you go. Give him the title. Mm-hmm. I think that would be a big WrestleMania moment.
Right. Because if Dean Ambrose wins it, it'll probably be expected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everybody expects him to get the belt. But
exactly.
Everybody
expects Dean Ambrose or Daniel Bryan to walk out with the title.
Right.
My thing is, R-Truth has been there in the WWE longer than everybody. I think he came around the same time Dolph Ziggler.
I mean, this is his second go around.
Give him the title for a little bit.
Quick.
See how he does with it. I think he'd be all right, and then he could feud with any of those other guys and have a great feud. And,
right.
I think that would be great.
I was looking up some old K-Quick when he was teaming with Road Dogg. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Look it up, YouTube.
Yeah. Tiger Woods. He's opening up some restaurants. Trying to make some money off of in the restaurant game. Figuring that he can't play golf forever, even though some golfers have. He probably won't play golf forever. And he wants to use his name, what he has, maybe, he wants to use his fame, his popularity, his infamy, whatever you call it. He wants to use it to help him gain respect in the restaurant business. So he's got this restaurant. He's trying to learn about the business. He's trying to get it set up. He's trying to figure out what kind of food they're going to have, what kind of clientele they want coming to it. And, the dude, he sits down and he decides what the name of his restaurant's going to be. And it turns out that he wanted to throw the Tiger Woods name into it because people would appeal to it. If you're a Tiger Woods fan, hey, go to his restaurant. Mm-hmm. And he's finding out that he can't even use his name to make this restaurant without permission from Nike, because apparently when he sold his deal to Nike, he actually sold the rights to his name to Nike. So Nike currently owns the name Tiger Woods. They said that if Tiger wanted to, he could use the name Tiger or the name Woods, but he can't use Tiger and Woods in the name of the store. So he's thinking about calling it something Woods. I don't know the exact name, and there will probably be more details on it later. But I just thought that was an interesting thing where it's like, this dude, it's his name.
Yeah.
Like, does that mean he can't say his name on camera without permission from Nike?
Right.
Can he have a commercial where he's like, "Hi, I'm Tiger Woods," and it not be from Nike? Like, or does he have to ask for permission from Nike for everything? Because he's got to ask for permission for his name, and I don't know if he actually did or not. And if he did, I don't know if they actually granted him permission, unless they got a little cut from it, is the only thing I can figure. But this dude really got to ask for permission to use his own name. Does that mean he can even sign for something? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Thanks for this package. Tiger Woods, property of Nike. Like, how does that work? Like, dude, you got $1 billion business that owns your name?
Craziness.
This is, what's up with that? In the long run, it helped him because he made over $1 billion. So basically, the way people are looking at it is, if you could sell your name for $1 billion, you probably would. So in reality, he doesn't have too much of a reason to complain. But I'm kind of like, dude can't use his name.
Hey, that's the thing, man. The contract,
it's on paper.
It's on record. On record.
So that's it. And that to me, it's just comedic on so many ways.
Yeah.
Everything this dude's been through, sex addiction.
Man,
can't play golf anymore. He's been sneaking it up. Ever since that shit, like, okay, what Tiger Woods did was wrong to a certain extent, but he hasn't played golf ever since. So it's kind of like,
I mean,
was all that pussy making him better?
It had to be.
Like,
once he got caught, it was like
confidence or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
It's like taking the power pellets away from Pac-Man, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
like,
hey, you better start getting your orgy back on or whatever you was doing. I need you to erase these messages off. That was the funniest shit ever, man.
Yeah, I'm just, like, what's going on with Tiger, man? Dude is no longer, I mean, before that stuff, right up until all that stuff happened, the greatest golfer ever.
Yo.
And then right after, he's, becomes number 2, number 3. Now he's like number 60 something.
I mean, he's always dropping out of tournaments,
Yeah.
His back, his knees.
He had a tournament in his own hometown that was named after him. I don't know if Nike gave him permission for that. The Tiger Woods golf tournament that he himself could not participate in. So it's kind of like, damn, dude, like, is it the Madden curse, but kind of like a different, like, hey, don't get caught or this could happen.
Yeah. I guess PGA style.
Yeah, seriously, like, dude, you don't got a lot going on with the
don't
PGA.
Don't get caught fucking 30, 40 bitches.
Yeah. If you're a golfer.
If you're a golfer. Because your mojo will be no more.
Gone. Just poof, gone. And forever.
And then the swing coach, the dude he's been with for years, just said, I had something to do with it, obviously. It's terrible. I hate to see it.
Dude had to drop his caddy. Everything. I still hope he does good in the future. Like I said, ever since I was, like a young teenager, Tiger Woods was the man.
Yeah.
So I kind of imagine, and you got some of these golfers that go on and golf for 60 or 70 years until they're in their 80s and 90s. I don't see. Fuck them! Well, again, I just want to give a shout out to the poster made by my girl Becca, Taco Bro. She does the voice for Taco Bro. Again, the beat made by Mango.
And you know this.
Yeah, got the dog tag still. Let us know what you think. We still trying to figure out if people are interested in buying them. I'm thinking like Taco's Homie fan club kind of thing, but not calling it that. Like the Taco Homies are the 2 of us. Occasionally we'll bring somebody else in. Mm-hmm. We would like to bring in a permanent 3rd member someday. And, but it could become a global thing where, you fill out these papers, you become an official Taco Homie, you become a part of Taco Homie Nation, wherever we're trying to build, and, get a set of dog tags. We're going to try to get some shirts made, and the whole deal, and try to promote what we're doing and make it bigger. And anybody can be a part of that. So please let us know in the comments what you think we could do. If you want shirts, hats, dog tags, whatever. I wouldn't even mind trying to like design sneakers, like whatever you think we could do. If you're interested in getting something, let me know in the comments. And I'll try to get back when I'm able to. And we'll figure something out because we definitely want community inclusion. We want people who want to be involved to be able to say, hey, these guys might not know my name, but I know theirs, and I'm an official taco homie, and I got these to prove it, and I got a shirt, and I got a hat, and whatever. So, you know, you let us know, and we'll set that up. If enough people are interested, that's what we want to do in the long run.
Absolutely.
So, anything else you want to add?
Tune in next week. Oh, look, I got my EPMD hat on. You know what I'm saying? What you know about that, huh?
So,
greatest rap group alive, man.
We still got big plans for the first week of April. Gonna do the bitch ass of the month. Once April begins, every month we will have a bitch ass of the month. Mm-hmm. We'll have different contests. We'll have a top 10 list that we can come up with, and that's gonna begin in April. We're just trying to push it until then. 2 weeks from now we have WrestleMania. We're gonna have a special show that we're gonna do the day after WrestleMania. So we'll be putting it out on Monday night. Yeah. Before we usually do, which we usually put them out Wednesday nights. We're gonna try to put that one out Monday night. Hopefully we can get it out before Raw, depending on the YouTube servers and how well they're working.
So that way we could talk about Raw on Monday. Mm-hmm. Well, WrestleMania on Monday.
WrestleMania.
Raw on Tuesday. And, I don't know. I mean, I just hope WrestleMania, like I said last week, it's got to be the shit. You got to top last year's, man.
I hope it's great.
You got to top last year's.
Was amazing.
I mean,
and I really hope that this one's
start
going
to
to be
finish.
One.
Fingers crossed, you know.
If I'm staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning,
yeah,
watching WrestleMania, which I will be doing because I work during WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If I'm staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning watching WrestleMania, damn near better be a good one.
It better be a good one.
So
pre-show, everything.
Yeah.
For real.
Everything. Yeah.
Larry Zbyszko, baby. Yeah. Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Congratulations. About goddamn time.
Yeah.
Come on. You don't sleep on living legend, you know? I always like Zbyszko. AWA is my shit. Kurt Hennig. You know. Scott Hall. If y'all remember that. Vinny Vegas, a.k.a. Diesel, a.k.a. Kevin Nash. Bad Company. Diamond Dallas Page, you know. I can go on and on. All you wrestling fans know all about the AWA.
I did mention in the second episode, the one that I filmed in my apartment by myself, that Mango is, you know, an encyclopedia of WWE knowledge. I didn't mention that if you did see the video, he could talk about it all day. I could talk about it all day. I just don't have the throwback knowledge that he has. Like I say, when it comes to either music or WWE shit, you know, I come to him when I got a question because he can pop shit off just out of nowhere like that. So, yeah. Taco homies.
Yeah.
So,
Mango Asai. Dustin Plates. Next week, y'all.
We're out.
Later.